Welcome to Today in Hiphop. I am your host, Noah Jones, and this is episode 5, which is sponsored by NoahJonesNews.com, home of the hottest artists with the hottest songs and the hottest videos and just the hottest artists. Make sure you check out NoahJonesNews.com because everybody loves free music, and right now, if you sign up to the mailing list, which is free, all you got to do is add your name to the mailing list, your email address, and you will receive my current album, Heart of a Lion, Blood of a King, for free. Everybody loves free stuff. Quality music, and it's free. Let's get into today's show. Today, we got some Jay-Z news. We got some news about Future's bodyguard. And we got some Nicki Minaj news. All right, what should we start off with? How about we start off with Nicki Minaj, since she ain't been in the in the media for a long time. It says right here, according to TMZ, Nicki Minaj and her boyfriend Kenneth Perry have filed for a marriage license in Los Angeles. Witnesses say Nicki and Kenneth were spotted at the courthouse on Monday, July 29th, and Nicki was trying to keep a low profile by wearing a baseball cap. This comes after Nicki claimed on Queen Radio in June that she obtained her marriage license, which is good for 90 days. Nicki told listeners, "I think I have what I was striving for, just happiness. It was hard to get a happy place. Now that I'm here, I don't want to compromise that for anyone or anything." Nicki also defended their relationship on a radio show last week, stating, "When a person is with a nigga that loved them before they had a dime in their pockets, how do you not understand that? How do you not understand happiness versus clout? How fucking dare you talk about lowering standards? It's the truth. Money cannot buy me happiness and good sex." So that's what's going on with Nicki Minaj. Now here's my take on the situation. You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like a bitter ass female. Remember, she was with Meek. Meek got locked up. She was throwing her little shots at Meek, and now Meek is winning. Meek partnered up with Jay-Z. He's gonna run his record label through Rock Nation. He got a whole bunch of new developments, prison reform. He got a whole bunch of things going on. He had the biggest comeback of all time. And I believe Nicki Minaj is a little bitter. She thought that once they broke up, that his life was gonna go downhill. They had their complications when he was on trial. They had their complications when he was going through all that stuff with the DA or whatever that was, going super hard on his case, trying to get him locked up, and was being very unfair to him. And they had their difficulties. She did not stand by his side like she was supposed to. They broke up. They went their separate ways. She jumped involved in a new relationship with somebody else who, as far as I know, from what I hear, he got a sordid past. Like his history is not all that good. You know what I mean? So, there's some skeletons that he got in his closet. You know what I mean? So for me, it just seems like she's rushing to do something to make it seem like she's extremely happy. She wants that balance so people don't so people don't think that she lost because she's no longer dealing with Meek. You know what I'm saying? Meek is on an up right now. He's on a rise, he's on a high, he's growing, he's progressing. His future's looking extremely bright, and you ain't heard nothing really about Nicki Minaj. The only time people mention Nicki Minaj is when she had beef with Cardi B. They wasn't mentioning Nicki because she was having hot verses. They wasn't mentioning Nicki because she was on top of the rap game. They was mentioning Nicki because somebody else came in and took her spot. And I'm also noticing that she's teaming up with Meg Thee Stallion, who all the people are talking about right now also. So she's not repeating the same thing that she did with Cardi. When Cardi was blowing up, she didn't stand by Cardi's side and vouch for Cardi. They had words because Cardi was coming for her spot. You know what I mean? This time, Nicki Minaj is being smart. She's like, okay, if everybody's checking for Meg Thee Stallion, I'm going to recruit this girl. You know what I'm saying? So she's on Meg Thee Stallion's good side, so that way they don't have to go through the drama. But overall, it just sounds like she's like, after reading this, it just seems like she's real bitter. If she was truly happy, she wouldn't have to explain shit. The fact that she's detailing the situation and publicly posting, "Oh, I got my marriage license." Don't nobody give a fuck about that, girl. If you happy, then you happy. But we know that she's doing that shit because Meek is on a high point right now, and she don't want to look like she's losing because she's not fucking with Meek no more. So that's what's going on as far as that shit. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? That's how it comes across to me. Now I could be wrong, but like I said, if you happy, you ain't gotta talk about that shit. You ain't gotta explain to nobody. You Nicki Minaj, you got all this money, you got all these accolades. Focus on your shit. Focus on your music. You know what I mean? Don't focus on the tabloids. Don't focus on what everybody else is talking about. Focus on your music. You ain't gotta explain shit. If you and this guy's in love and y'all care about each other and y'all doing y'all thing, that's all that really matters. You don't have to announce to the world that you got your marriage license. You know what I'm saying? You know, to me, that's definitely clout chasing. You announcing to the world that you got your marriage license. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Who cares? Who's like, yay, Nicki got her marriage license. Yay, we've been waiting forever for that. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about that. Ain't nobody checking for that. Don't nobody care. Live your life, do your thing, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your success, enjoy your happiness, and spend that time and that energy focusing on your relationship. Story number 2. We got Future's bodyguard. Now, for those of you that don't know, Future was in Spain not too long ago, and when he landed, he ran into some people that, wanted to take a picture. And I guess, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna say because I don't know if he was tired. I don't know. I'm not Future. But he declined the pictures. He was like, nah, I'm not trying to do it. I don't know if he responded disrespectfully or however the case may be, but the people that he declined the pictures with, they took it to the next level. They start talking shit to him. They start calling him out his name. They start going hard on him because he was a foreigner, because he's visiting that country and he's not from there. So what happened was they ran up on him and they ended up knocking his bodyguard out. Now, from what the sources are saying, they're saying it was a rock. I don't know. I didn't read anything where the bodyguard confirmed that it was a rock that knocked him out or whatever. But the one thing I do realize is the fact that they ran up and hit this man with his back turned to them, that's some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do something, shoot the fair one with a nigga. Don't run up behind somebody, hit him in the side of the head with a rock when he's not paying attention. That's sucker shit. You ain't no goon if that's the type of shit that you doing. You know what I mean? And they was advertising it all over the internet like these are some sort of goons. Nah, that's sucker shit. You know what I mean? That ain't the type of shit that any reputable person would do. If you got a problem with somebody and you want to fight somebody, catch the fade. Do that shit straight up. Throw the hands. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to run up on somebody. Now, also, flip side, you should respect these people when you're in a country, because in different countries, people play by different rules. So you can't be disrespectful in people's country and think that it's gonna fly, because shit like this will happen. So ultimately, the way Future should be moving is he should be moving like the Secret Service. You know what I mean? He should get off the plane, right? He should basically get into the limo and let his security get his bag. So that way he's not standing in one location for too long. He gotta move like the CIA. You gotta move like the Secret Service. When you that wealthy, you shouldn't be traveling with just one bodyguard. And if anything, you should get out, get off the plane, get ushered right to to whatever limo or whatever it is that you taking for your transportation, and let your security people get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you have the communications with him and do it that way. Because when his bodyguard got laid out, Future was quite a ways away from his bodyguard, meaning there was such a huge gap between the two of them that if they was just moving together, that shit probably wouldn't even have happened. If they would have just stuck to the script and just kept it pushing instead of entertaining these people and entertaining the conversation, then that's what happens. But here's the thing, these is fans. These is people, and if they're not fans, they potential customers. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do as an artist, you gotta, pose for the pictures. You gotta remember, these guys is cutting your checks. These guys is streaming your music. These guys is paying for shit. You know what I mean? They're your customers. So because they're your customers, you gotta make sure that you treat these guys with respect and explain to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you was tired or whatever, you can say, look, my man, I'm fucking exhausted. I was just on this yada, yada, yada. Come see me at the show and I'll give you some backstage passes and you can come hang out and we can kick it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be rude and disrespectful to these people in their country, because you have no idea how this shit's gonna turn out. And because you don't know which way this shit's gonna go, it can end up bad like this situation. Now, on the bright side, the security guard is saying that he's not going to press charges, he's not going to sue. So, I guess that's his way of accepting accountability for the shit that happened on his behalf, and some of the stuff that he said to these people to provoke them, to egg them on, or whatever the case may be, or even if it was self-defense, I understand. But by the same token, you got to move a little different. You can't be moving like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to move like the CIA. So, I saw the video. They hit dude in the back of the head, like the side of the head or whatever, when he wasn't paying attention, and the bodyguard was laid the fuck out. He was out. Arms at his waist, laid the fuck out. Sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that was some sucker shit, and it is what it is. So, advice for future, my nigga. Move like the CIA. So for the final story, we're gonna talk about Hovey Hove. Oh no! Jay-Z's in a little bit of drama, Mr. Billionaire himself. Check this shit out. Word on the street is, shout out to Choke No Joke for the heads up. Choke No Joke says that people have been sending him screenshots and emails, whereas Jay-Z's employees at the 40/40 Club are not getting paid, that they checks are bouncing. So, Choke No Joke is disputing the fact that Jay-Z's a billionaire. He's like, yo, if you're a billionaire, how come the company is bouncing checks? And he said the checks be as little as $100, and they bouncing. So you mean to tell me that the employees at the prestigious 40/40 Club that Jay-Z owns and operates, they don't have enough money to pay their employees? They checks are bouncing. That's not billionaire shit. He ain't came out and made no statements about that either. His representatives ain't came out and said nothing about that either. That's not billionaire shit. That's some sucker shit too. You gotta pay your employees. And from what I understand also, they've already had labor disputes at the 40/40 Club back in the day, several years ago, about labor disputes about people not getting their pay. They not getting their wages and they not getting their money. Nobody wants to work for free. You got these people that are, they coming and they keeping up with your brand and making your brand look good, and you're not paying them. I don't understand that, and I don't understand the loyalty of the employees. Me personally, I ain't showing up for work if I ain't getting paid. The first time my motherfucking check bounce, I'm not coming to work. I'm not coming to work till I get that direct deposit directly into my shit to where that shit says I got paid. I'm not working 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks like some of these people I've been working with no fucking money. It costs money to make money. I'm not driving to the city. I'm not catching a train. I'm not spending no gas. I'm not hopping in no Uber. I'm not doing none of that shit if I'm not getting paid. Fuck that. And that goes for anybody else. If you're not getting your bread, don't commit to these people, because at the end of the day, there ain't no loyalty. There's no loyalty when it comes to a job. Once you start making good money, they will replace your ass with somebody and pay them a whole lot less. They'll teach them how to do your job, pay them less, and save money on the payroll. These jobs is not loyal. I knew a long time ago that these jobs wasn't loyal when my mother worked for like 20-something years for one company. And what happened was she was hoping to retire and collect a pension, and somebody stepped in and bought the company out and erased everybody's pension and erased everybody's tenure and made everybody reapply. Changed the company name, everything. So she lost everything. All those years she put in, she lost all that shit. So ever since I saw that, I realized there is no loyalty in these companies. If they can fuck you over, they gonna fuck you over. So analyze your job, analyze your situation. Remember, you're not gonna get rich working 40 hours a week, baby. It's not gonna happen. You gotta aspire to be greater than that. You gotta aspire to want more. You're not gonna get rich working 40 hours a week, and you definitely not gonna get rich working for somebody else. So if these niggas ain't paying you, they ain't cutting the check, miss me. You're not gonna see me at that job. So shame on Jay-Z. Shame on whoever's involved in that whole organization that's not paying their employees. And it is what it is. So that's the word on the street right now as far as what's going on. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to donate to the podcast. Feel free to follow. I need all the support I can get. And if you're enjoying it, tell a friend, you know what I'm saying? We're doing some quality things over there. Don't forget to stop by NoahJonesNews.com. Sign up for the mailing list. It's free. Type in your email address and you can get a free album instantly that you can download to your phone. If you want some Noah Jones merchandise, there's Noah Jones merchandise on there too. Just gotta hit the 3 bars and you can go to the merchandise tab. You can watch the videos if you go to the videos tab. You can watch the radio station interviews I did if you go to the interview tab. You can even check out some pictures of when I used to be skinny Noah. See, I'm fat Noah now because a nigga got comfortable, nigga been eating good. I'm fat Noah right now, so I'm a little different. You know what I'm saying? A little chubby in the face, a little chubby in the waist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. This has been episode 5. Today in hip hop, your boy Noah Jones. Peace.